encouraging, educating, and empowering you into action. This is Warriors Talk with your host, Lady Rochelle.
Welcome to Warriors Talk, where we move away from awareness towards action. I am your host, Lady Rochelle, and tonight we're talking about something many couples face but don't always want to admit: relationship ruts. Is your relationship stuck or has the spark faded? Well, don't worry, we're going to reveal from rut to revival. So grab your tea, your water, your journal, and join in on the conversation. On the last episode of Warriors Talk, Dr. Michelle Meeks and I discussed vaccines and safety. We talked about facts, myths, and what the evidence really say. You can head on over to YouTube and type in Intellectual Radio and stay connected for any episodes you may have missed. The quote of the day is: relationships don't die from one big blow. They fade from thousand small neglects. Warriors Talk will be celebrating, that is, our ninth annual Survivor Celebration of Reflection Gala taking place on Saturday, October the 18th, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Crystal Sky Banquets in McCook, Illinois. The tickets are $65. Survivors are free. We are encouraging individuals to sponsor a survivor so that they can attend free. We have vendor packages as well as if you would like to be a sponsor. This is a fundraiser, one of our only fundraisers that we have once a year. And we're going to honor cancer survivors. We're going to support the warriors who are in battle. And we're going to bring about hope, strength, and faith to encourage them to keep fighting. We are also launching our new book anthology. I'm so excited about the book anthology. I have four authors that will be sharing their story. The title is When Warriors Talk, Faith Emerges. And we're talking about letting go and letting God transform our journeys. So you will be able to purchase a book, take a picture with the author, and have them sign it. So I'm excited about that as well. So for more information, you can go to warriorstalk.org. If you are tuned in on any form of social media, please like the show, share the show, and invite someone else in on the show that you feel may benefit from this valuable information. I'm so grateful for my sponsor, Pastor Michael Richardson with the Emmanuel Church of God in Christ, who has a special message for us.
Greetings, I am Pastor Michael Richardson.
And I am First Lady Anastasia Richardson from the Emmanuel Church of God in Christ. We're located at 3058 West Van Buren in Chicago, Illinois. We are building upon a solid foundation.
And we're inviting you to join us every Sunday morning on Facebook Live at Emmanuel Kojic at 10:15 Central Standard Time. And you can also view our videos on our YouTube channel at Emmanuel Kojic-MR. Once again, this is Pastor Michael Richardson
and First Lady Anastasia Richardson, and we're from the Emmanuel Church of God in Christ. We are building upon a solid foundation.
Co-hosting with me is none other than the cancer activist, motivational speaker, and the founder of the Gal Foundation, Rizal Gilmore, aka The Biz. Hey, Rizal.
Hey, Lady Rochelle.
How are you?
I am well.
Good.
I am well. I'm just thinking, wow, you said the ninth annual. 9 years later, here we are again, 3 months away from the end of the year. Like, I remember feeling like just last week I said, this year is going to go by so fast. And it did. We're in the last quarter. We're getting to be in the last quarter right now. This is just crazy.
Yeah.
Your thing is almost a decade. One more year and it will be a decade old.
I know. I'm so excited about that. So excited for the support, the continued support, just being able to celebrate survivors. Like, I can't wait. I'm excited. And I'm glad you had a chance to experience one of them as well.
Yes, I think it was the 8th?
That was
No,
the
the fifth.
that was the
No,
fifth.
it was the fifth.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, I was the halfway. That's the halfway mark right there.
Yeah, it was. It was. Yes. So I'm excited. I'm also excited about this conversation today. I feel like so many people have been in this situation before, or maybe in a situation right now. We're talking about from rut to revival, how to reignite your relationship. So many of us have been here, done that. And so we have a little bit to talk about. So when you think about relationship ruts resolve, like what comes to mind as a definition you would say would be a relationship rut?
Well, just off the top of my head, thinking once in a while you hit a plateau where the relationship kind of has simmered down because you're past the honeymoon stage, and it's like, well, what do we do next? Do we and you just don't know. And that excitement, that fizz, what you had, is no longer there. It's gone, and you're just stuck. It's nothing more to talk about. You guys ain't doing anything. But in the beginning, it was just so much. And just always say, find somebody you have something in common with.
Absolutely. I feel like the love for some reason is stuck, right? You're in neutral and like, oh, what we're gonna do, where we're gonna go. And for some people they may feel like roommates instead of partners. We get
Mhm.
comfortable with people after we've been with them for a while. So sometimes you need every now and then you need something that kind of, put the spark back in the relationship, and not that the relationship like you have to separate or anything like that just because you have hit a rut. Sometimes we get busy with life, working. If you have kids, a lot of things could be going on. You could be taking care of aging parents, and it could be a lot of things going on that would take your attention away from your partner. So it doesn't hurt to refuel or revive that relationship.
Absolutely not. It's always good to think of new ideas, new ways to put some life back into any relationship.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about how do you know your relationship is just comfortable or that you're in a rut. And my first one is it lacks intimacy.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah.
And
Well,
not necessarily before you
go ahead.
say not necessarily um sexual intimacy, but it lacks intimacy.
And that's what I was going to say. That touch that you used to get doesn't do anything for you. Maybe that little, you know how you women, that little
Mhm.
thing there don't do nothing for you no more, or something, or conversation, something that used to have doesn't really ignite that flame. Yeah, you feel like you're almost having like second thoughts about the whole situation. That touch is she's not moving you or he's not moving you no more. Yeah, I
Yeah.
felt that. That's cold.
Yeah. According to statistics, it says 28% of couples feel bored within 3 years.
Within 3 years,
Yeah.
we got people out here that's 3 weeks that's like, I'm tired of this. Get him out of here. 3 years. I'm about to say, yeah, what's the numbers?
3 years seemed like that would be a long time before. Because
Right. And only 28% after 3 years?
Mhm.
Mm,
Well,
mm.
losing interest in sexual activity.
Look, I bet you if we took a poll right now, me and you from this show, we take a poll, we could beat those numbers in 1 week.
I don't know
So
how
I
you
don't
would
know who they asking. It's almost like them questions they be asking on Family Feud. Who are the people who is answering these questions?
exactly.
They're not going to the right people.
Yeah, I don't know how you're losing interest in sexual activity
I'm not either,
unless
unless
it's not
you
good.
got some issues
Right.
downstairs,
Yeah.
or you're just not totally turned on. The only way you're going to lose
Yeah.
interest, you're not turned on by this person. This person is not interested in you.
Or it could be bad hygiene.
Well, that could be the turn off. You could be like Pepe Le Pew, or you could be like baby. What Young Jock said, you could have that green pimento coming out of there. I don't know, but
Yeah. You could have a lazy
something is turning you off.
you could have a lazy partner and you like every time we have sex, I gotta do all the work. So you like, I don't even want to do it because I'm getting nothing in return.
Yeah, you could be tired. But look, you chose that lazy partner, even though you didn't know at first. But after one time, matter of fact, I'll even give you two. Matter of fact, let's stretch it to three. Three strikes you out. You
They
should have knew by then. Nah, this ain't gonna work. I don't like the way you move. We're not in rhythm together. We're not really making it how I want to be made. Nope. You should know by then. If you stayed and stuck around for 3 years and became 28 of that 28%, that is your fault.
they love
Do
bombed
what
you.
makes you happy.
They love bombed you. So you thought, oh wow, this is it for me. I'm gonna retire, cut off everybody else. And then once you do that, it's like, what happened?
Mm-mm. I told y'all before. That's 50% of the relationship for me.
Wow.
So you already halfway out the door. If I'm losing interest in you, more than half. You got one foot in the grave and one foot still trying to make it.
No, you're not gonna push them out the door. Wow. Okay, so this is number 3. You avoid the tough conversations. This is how you know your relationship is in a rut. You don't want to talk about nothing serious, anything that's gonna make you feel a certain way, you avoid it.
Yeah, I get it because what if those conversations that you had always turn into an argument and you don't feel like arguing that day or getting loud or y'all both screaming over each other? So I can understand avoiding the tough conversations, but they are conversations that need to be had because whatever it is that y'all are trying to conversate about. Maybe you're trying to straighten something out. Maybe it's about finances. Maybe it's about who's cooking dinner. I don't know, but these are things that you might want to just try to have, and that's where the communication comes in. Let's sit down and have a civil conversation without yelling or the accusing or jumping to conclusions or any of those things. So I get it. I understand avoiding tough conversations.
Right. Or like who's gonna be responsible for picking the kids up from daycare or from school, or take them to their practices. Like you just assuming one person is gonna do it and it's like
Take turns if you can. Take turns.
absolutely. That goes into the next one, which is the constant conflicts. Just constantly arguing over every little thing.
Yep. Because let me tell you, baby, no man wants to come home to a house that he does not feel like going into because of the constant conflicts and the bickering and the arguments. We got to deal with the world all day long and hearing and those people and stuff, and then to come home and hear from a what? No, no,
Wow.
constant conflicts.
All right. Feeling disconnected. And maybe that's why you're having these conflict issues.
Yep, that could be a thing. Somewhere again, that spark has fizzled out. We need to do now. Do we have a segment on where we can rebuild?
Oh yeah,
Try
that's
to rebuild.
after.
Oh, that's coming after. I know because I know
Mhm.
you. So yeah, that's
Absolutely.
good. All right. So
Absolutely.
feeling disconnected. Yeah, when y'all not feeling like you on the same page, knowing or thinking that you know your partner, that they wouldn't do this or they should have did this and they didn't do it, and not the way that you thought that they would do it or should have done it, then you're definitely feeling a disconnect from that person. Like something is definitely off. You're not on the same page, and we need to reset, regroup, and just start all over.
Yeah, and I would say especially if you're not spending that intimate time with that person, then you're going to feel disconnected if you're not taking the time to get to know that person.
And frustrated.
Yes. So that makes a difference. You got to put in the work. You got, like any relationship, you got to put in time to get to know that person. Just like when you get hired for a new job, you have that probationary period to where you have to learn everything. They're going to reevaluate you and see if they're going to keep you or not. And that's really how it should be in a relationship, but we don't do that.
Hmm. Well, I always tell Jobs, and this is probably why I ain't really got one, but I always tell them, you want me to put my best foot forward as an employee, but I need you to put your best foot forward as an employer, because you want me to give my all, but you want to give me peanut minimum wage or whatever for my hard work. I need see the same out of you as you're going to see out of me. So let's meet somewhere in the middle.
Wow. True.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're feeling like you don't appreciate each other. You don't appreciate me. Everything that I do, you don't care. You take it for granted.
Oh yeah, if they at this point, then they built up a whole case against you right now in the court of whoever law, and you are standing trial and don't even know it. If they're saying you don't appreciate me because they done went down the line of all the times that y'all had and things that they did and what you didn't do, and woo, yeah, you about to get hung.
You never talk about the future. They may talk about it, but you know we're in it. They never say we.
No, no. Their future is probably moving on without you. That's the future they're trying to see, especially from the frustration, the disconnect, the disappointment, the conflicts, the argument. Look, that's a whole handful right there. I'm out. I'm done. I'm gone. I've already left.
Wow.
Ain't nothing you can say or do now at this point. You should have tried to fix it when you felt that there was a disconnect or it was feeling uncomfortable. That's the time to fix it. When they don't feel right to you, that's the time you need to talk. Have them tough conversations.
Wow. That's true. That is true. You have a fear of commitment. So y'all gonna stay in one spot. You're never gonna put titles on it. And of course you ain't talking about the future because they afraid to commit to you. So
I don't know how I feel about this one. I don't think that people are afraid to commit. I think that women idolize it more, the commitment that a man is ready to commit. So that's what they look for. And they kind of pressure the man into a commitment, something that he probably didn't want just yet, because he still was trying to fill you out and still trying to know if you were the one or not, but yet still trying to make you happy at the same time. He just went along with it, with the commitment part, because he knew that's what you would want, that's what you would like, and that's what would make you happy. So now he has to be unhappy. And this is where the disconnect will come in at, because now he's already got himself into something that he doesn't belong in.
wow.
Did I hit the nail on the head?
Oh, you did. Wow. All right. I'm so guilty of this next one. You confide in other people. In my younger years, when I was like really unhappy with somebody, I would talk to other people and tell them my side, what's going on, and other person's side, just to make it so I know that I'm not going crazy. I'm so guilty of doing that.
It's okay to talk to your homegirl, especially if she's an understanding homegirl. We all want to vent our case to somebody to get some type of understanding, to understand that, is it you? Is it them? Like, what's going on here? I'm not understanding why we have this disconnect. So I understand talking to your homegirl, talking to your homeboy. Hopefully they're giving you the right advice. But at the end of the day, it comes down to you. It comes down to you and your happiness. It comes down to you and your partner. And it comes down to you being you throughout that whole process of the relationship or whatever it is that you're in. Nothing else matters.
That's true.
I mean, you can value their opinion, which you are doing, especially if you're talking to them, and that's fine. That's totally okay. I'm with that. But at the end of the day, you got to make the decision on what it is that you want.
And I feel like you should be talking to that person versus telling everybody else what's going on, and then that person don't know, you're not really giving them a fair chance because you're not telling them and they can't read your mind. So eventually
Well,
you have to.
not if you're having tough conversations. Maybe that's the thing. You don't know. A lot of times these relationships happen because people don't know how to communicate with people. They really don't know how to talk to them. Or people will go into defense mode when they bring something to them, trying to figure out, well, hey, what can I do? And then that's where they heat an argument, and they don't want that. And now I'm sitting outside debating if I'm gonna go in the house.
That's funny. Well, it goes into the next one. You have different communication styles. So you don't know how to communicate with this person because you don't know how they communicate. Because we think everybody communicate the same way we do. Just like when it comes to like the 5 love languages, we try to love people how we want to be loved, and you're loving them incorrectly. You need to talk to them and ask them what is your love language so that you can treat them accordingly.
That's what we should be doing. Yes, sometimes it happens, but the majority of the time, it doesn't. And the communication styles, I feel as though the person, it's the characteristics of the person. And be honest, a lot of times it comes with the job. What do I mean by that? I dated a lady who was a police officer. So she thought talking to me and trying to communicate with me was more of the lines of still like, you're not working anymore, sweetheart. You're home now. You need to be able to separate home and your work. If you're a bus driver, you're yelling at the kid. I'm not one of the kids. You're not yelling at me. You need to be able to these different communication styles. You need to be able to leave that at home, at school, or where it is that you could. So that's where you know where you need to, okay, well, I have a woman who's soft and gentle. So I'm going to come to her soft and gentle. I'm not coming to her like a fire breathing dragon yelling and screaming, because that's going to make her clam and shell up. And she's not going to come be honest with me. She's just going to say what she needs to say to get me out of her face. So you have to understand the communication, the communication style and the person that you have, because them two go hand in hand. If you got one that'll sit you down, say, hey, this is what I want, this is what I need, then you are winning. But if you got one that a lot of times women, y'all expect us to be mind readers and already know these things, and that's not part of communication unless you're using mental telepathy.
You can't communicate with that person because you're too busy fantasizing about other people.
Yep. Yep. I'm thinking I would have been if I had just called what's her name back, or I would have been if I would have kept dating this one. Now I got my stuff in a whole rut with this person, and I don't even want to be, y'all. Sometimes, but sometimes, yeah.
There's a lack of trust. You don't trust this person. And it may not just be that person. It may be past trauma that you have from other relationships and it's just spilling over into this one. So you don't even trust this person.
Yeah, a lot of time it'd be like, oh, I see the red flags, but them red flags, like you said, be things that happened before, like, oh, wait, that looked familiar. Wait a minute. Hold on. Nope. I've seen it, heard it all before. Nope. And you're not really giving this person a chance to be who they are because you're now closed off from past lacks of trust.
Absolutely. You're emotional. You're emotional distance. You have emotional distance. So you are not get a wall up. Whenever y'all together, you're really not there. They're talking, you're really not paying attention. You're not taking anything in.
Yeah, you hear the Charlie Brown voice, the rah, 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 rah. It's just going on, and it's like, hurry up, get away from me. Um, but I don't honestly, if you have to feel something for the person if you're still there, you know, because you don't have to be there. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. If you don't want to be in that relationship, don't be in that relationship. Nobody's got a gun to your head unless it's the old times. And I did you see it, the fathers had shotguns, but still, nowadays you don't have to be there if you don't want to. Hell, you can now even get a divorce without even consulting the other person.
Sometimes you leave one way, like you've already left emotionally, and you're trying to figure out how you're gonna leave physically. Trust me,
And
I've
that's
been
why it's
there.
like wah wah wah, because you're like, I got to get out of this. I got to get away. Like, what is going to be my exit strategy, my plan? You know what? I don't care if she catch me. That'll be good. Then we can break up and I'll be out.
Yeah, sometimes people I think about people in domestic violence situation. A lot of times they are done with the relationship, but they don't leave right away. Or sometimes they try to leave and they end up coming back. And it takes them a while before they leave permanently. So you could be there, but emotionally you're not there.
Yeah, I feel for them.
You don't even enjoy spending time with this person.
Yeah, who wants to be around them? You get on my nerves. You nagging me, you bothering me. You think I want to sit around you and act like I love you? Nah. Look, I want to get out to Thursday night football, enjoy it with the fellas, drink some beer, and have fun because that's going to be my peace. That's going to be my happy place. Not you. You want to come with the riffraff. You want to start fights. Put me in that rut mood. No, we not having that. So you think I want to spend some time with you? You may get a little bit when I come home and I doze off and go to sleep, but no. Why would I want to do that?
So we know that relationship ruts happen because of all those things that we just listed, right? So it's not like it's something that happens overnight. Most of the time, it's something that builds up over time, and then you feel like, oh my God, I'm stuck. How am I gonna get out of this relationship? And sometimes you feel like I was one of those people that I would write letters about what I thought that was wrong in the relationship or what they wasn't doing. And that was my way when I was younger of communicating with the person to say, hey, this is how I'm feeling. And I want you to correct these things. Right. And then if they didn't correct these things, then okay, then I'm leaving. So,
But even so, that was your way of communicating. You communicated. That's better than taking it, bottling it up, and holding on to it and just turning more red and red every single time that the person now comes around or y'all have a argument or whatever the case. So if that's the way that you had to do it, that was great because you got it out from you and you let the other person know like this is how I'm feeling. So maybe maybe your delivery was wrong, but your method was right.
Oh yeah, because I would put everything in the letter. Like I wouldn't hold nothing. I would have probably if we were talking in person, I probably would have held some stuff back, fear of not wanting to hurt their feelings or whatever. But in the letter, it's like, oh no, I'm about to let you have it.
But that's it. The problem with us, we never want to hurt anyone's feelings. So we'll ride it out just to prove to that person that we were everything that we said that we were from the beginning. Because you don't want to look bad. You don't want to be the first one to break up or leave that person. It's always they broke up with me or whatever. I don't know what that's about. Look, if you ain't happy, be out. You ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. And that is a big issue that we have,
Wow.
man and woman.
So how do you think social media plays a role in this and people comparing their relationship to others? Like we see on social media a lot of times people be like couple goals and they want to model their relationship after other people when you don't know really what's going on in the background of their relationship. So,
Well, problem one, social media. Problem two, you looking at others play a role, like you said, that they don't even know about. They may get home and put on the boxing gloves as soon as they get there. We don't know. But you shouldn't look at other people and what they got going. That's their goals. You two are two individuals setting and doing your own goals. Hey, they may be successful and succeeding in theirs. You want to do the same thing. Well, see what it is, what they're doing. You know, they have to be doing something in order to remain happy and keep going.
yeah. It could be you could have kids there and like, oh, it's for the kids.
Oh, ain't no kids holding you. Nah, ain't no kids holding you. You can have all the kids. Kids ain't going to keep no man.
True. It may take you a while to leave because the kids are there, though. You may not want to just up and
Right.
leave right
But
away.
eventually you got to face the music and understand that this man don't want you. I don't care if you got kids or not. It is, you might as well get ready, start contemplating on your next move when you getting out and taking the kid with you.
Oh,
She said, ooh.
oh my goodness. All right, where are we? If you're just tuning in, we are live on Intellectual Radio, talking with Rizal Gilmore, aka The Biz, and we're talking about from rut to revival, reigniting your relationship. What happens? How do you know you're in a rut? And we just gave y'all about 14 or 15 of them. And so we're going to talk about what to do to get out of the rut, how to break the cycle. And I feel like most of the time, many couples do not know that they're actually in a rut until they're like knee deep in it. And then it's like, oh God, like, what do we do? Like because you ignore the red flags, you ignore things, and you're thinking like, okay, but that bothered me, but it really didn't. Or we keep putting things off and not having those tough conversations. Then before you know it, every little thing that they're doing is all of a sudden getting on your nerve. And then that person's looking at you like, what's wrong with you? Like, where'd this come from? That's why I was writing my stuff down and giving it to them so they would know. I didn't want to hold nothing in. So, how do you break the cycle when you feel like your relationship is in a rut? What are some small changes that you could do or big changes that would have an impact on your relationship? Be quiet. oh, uh, oh, Rizal, I can't hear you. I can't hear you though. I don't know what's happening. Rizal is saying be quiet, but I don't think he's. No, I don't know what happened, but I can't hear you. Hold on, Rizal. Give me 1 second. We're talking about breaking the cycle on being in a relationship rut. Can you hear me, Rizal? You can hear me, correct? I just can't hear you. Um, um, go out and come back in really quickly because I can't hear you. One of the things you can do to break the cycle is for a communication reset. And that would be basically sitting down with your partner, figuring out, first of all, what's their communication style, how you want to communicate, the times that you want to communicate, because you don't want to wait till somebody come home from work and then you're running up to them with your issues before they even had a chance to sit down and decompress their day. So you want to make sure that you're communicating at the right time, in the right atmosphere. And I feel like that should be discussed ahead of time so that you're both on the same page. We always hear that communication is key, but for those couples who are in a rut, sometimes it could be like pulling teeth when it comes to communicate. Can you hear me now, Rizal? No, I can't hear you. you no, you could call in. I would say call in. Stay on camera, but call in. Are you able to do that? All right. So we're talking about communication reset as it relates to trying to get your relationship out of a rut. So 708-223-8953. Okay. My Leah said she said they could hear us on. Oh, she could hear you on Facebook though, Rizal. I'm not sure why you can't hear right now. She says thanks for sharing the tips. She could hear us on Facebook, but for some reason I cannot hear you. You could go ahead and call in. I would just say stay on camera. My Leah, what are some things that you can think of that you maybe and your husband have done in the past if you felt like you were in a relationship rut? And because I know you guys are always dating, you are always going out on dates. This is Warriors Talk on Intellectual Radio.
Hey, Michelle.
There's all.
Hold on. Coming back into the studio.
Yes, I lost you on camera. Oh, I see you.
All right.
My Leah just left a comment. I was asking her about her and her husband and what are some things that they have done in the past to get out of a relationship rut. And I know for them, they're constantly going on dates. They do like gifts. I guess it's probably one of their love languages because they always do gifts. So there are some things that you could do. I would say for me in the past, what I have done maybe to get out of a relationship rut. I used to be this hopeless romantic person to where I would buy cards, I would do spontaneous gifts, and like do little things to cater to that person. I think as I've gotten older, I'm just like, nah, I'm so over it.
Well, what do you do now to get out of the relationship rut?
You got to be in a relationship to get out of a relationship rut. Let's see. This is one thing I've done. I've gotten a jar and I've gotten some sticky notes and I have wrote down like affirmations for that person for like 30 days and put it in a jar and gave it to them. And they was like really surprised, like, oh wow, like you hand wrote these. I'm like, yeah. So that's one thing that I've done.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. And that person didn't appreciate it. So I wish I hadn't done it. My Leah says, always date each other. We have fun together. We hang out and enjoy quality time, which can help couples to stay connected and out of a rut. I totally agree. You have to carve out time. I heard this guy on Facebook on one of these shows on YouTube, and he said that him and his wife always have a weekly date. He also have a monthly date with his sons. The wife has the monthly date with the daughters. And then every 3 months they go away somewhere. And then once a year they go out of the country. And things like that, it kind of keeps the relationship fresh. You have things to look forward to. And it's just you're not always into the same routine, because sometimes routine can be a relationship killer.
Yeah, after a long time of doing the same thing, you're tired. Yeah. But I do agree with always date each other, have fun together, hang out and enjoy quality time. Yeah, I agree with everything Malia said. I even agree with what the guy was saying. I think if you continue to date the person, it's not going to feel like you're demanded into a relationship. It's kind of like it's going to stay fresh and keep going on and on, but you're still trying to get that person.
Yes. It's like, what did you do? What did you do to get the person? What were some of the things that you did to get that person? And remember how exciting it felt when you were planning the things for that person? Do that. I saw this thing on Facebook that this couple did, and I want to do it. It's, you know how you do like a paint and sip, but you send in pictures of each other, and then they'll send you the canvas board back, but it'll have your picture on it, her picture on it, and it'll have numbers, and they send the paints too, so you'll know what number to paint it. And you sit, get whatever you're gonna sip on, have some cheese and crackers, some fruit, and then you guys paint each other.
I did see somebody do that before.
Yeah. I was like, that seemed like it would be really fun. It's creative. Like, so that would be a fun thing to do. I would say do something that both of you have not done, but you're kind of like afraid to do, but then you could do it together and you guys can bond over that.
Well, I think I would like the fact of me leaving early from the house, and I go somewhere and you're going to meet me there, and you could put on that sexy dress or that sexy outfit, because I want my jaw to drop and everybody else's jaw to drop when you walk through the door, and everybody's like, well, wow, who is that? And then we role play it out from there, and we leave and go home.
It sounds like fun.
All right, man.
So when it comes to relationships, it says the date nights may not just be enough. There are other things that you may have to do. Date nights are once a week. If you plan them once a week, they could be once a week. I think sometimes you have to be intentional about it, because sometimes you could get busy and then you keep pushing the date night back, keep pushing it back, you keep pushing it back. And the next thing you know, you haven't been on a date in like 3 months. Nikki says we have to do. Why do some men have insecurities? What? Okay, Rizal, why do some men have insecurities? That could put you in a relationship rut if your man he have insecurities and that rubs off onto you in a relationship. It can make you not even want to be around that person.
Well, Nikki, there are some men out there. How can I put this? All right. So sometimes some men, if you heard the terminology, that there are women that is out of your league. And if a lot of men feel as though that this woman is just so beautiful and she can get scooped up by another man or so, he's not having confidence in himself. So the insecurities will begin to kick in because he feels as though that you are more than what he is. And that somebody can come along and just take you away. So there's no reason to be jealous of another man. If that woman is into you, she's going to be into you. If she is for you, she is going to be for you. I don't know why men have these jealousy streaks, or why they have this feeling that they're going to lose you and they don't trust you, and they start to go crazy. And well, they could be going crazy for something else, but that's a whole nother story. But yes, Nikki, that is a couple of the reasons why they have insecurities. Maybe you're too much for him.
Oh, wow. Maybe you're too much for him, Nikki. That's funny. So I want to go back to date nights, right? When it comes to date nights, I think some people may be like, oh, why we always got to go and spend money. But date nights don't always have to be about spending money. You can find something to do in the city, especially if whatever city you're in, it's free stuff that they have. They have museum nights that are free. Nikki says, thank you, Rizal.
You see the little comments over there now.
You see it?
Nikki, you are welcome. You got a great smile too.
So there are some things that you can do for free. Don't think that you always have to spend money when it comes to date night, because you do not. You just have to be creative. You and your person have to be creative. Try to outdo each other. If it's your turn to plan it, just try to outdo each other. There's a study by the National Marriage Project that found that couples who schedule weekly date nights are 3.5 times more likely to report being very happy in their marriage. You have to date each other. You do.
I'm telling you, get you a competitive woman. Because the cook-offs in the kitchen, it goes down.
So those washing those dishes, put them in the dishwasher. My Leah said, go on walks. Yes, it's the perfect season for walking, date walks.
Date walks.
Yeah, seasons for date walks. It is. It's nice outside. Like, it's so many things that you can do. Like I said, that's free, that you don't have to pay anything. They have movies in the park right now. They're probably getting ready to end because the summer is ending. But movie in the park that you can go to for free. Again, I mentioned museum nights that they have for free. You can go to the zoo. Just different things. Pack a picnic.
You probably got to spend money to get into the zoo.
No, they have free days. You have to go on the free days. They have free days. You can get tickets from your local library for free, or you could go to the zoo that you don't have to pay. There are different things that you could do where you're not spending any money. I think we feel like we always have to spend money, but you just have to be creative.
Well, nowadays a lot of the youngsters, like the zoo, they don't want to go to the zoo. They want to go get lit.
Oh my goodness.
I'm serious.
Oh wow. I don't even want to touch that one, Rizal. I'm gonna go to this one because
these are the hard conversations that we have to have.
That's true. I don't think we don't have enough time because we got to wrap up.
They're not looking for the little simple things anymore.
And that's true. That means maybe that partner is not for you. You got to find a partner that matches your energy. Find someone that match your energy. So y'all looking for the same things.
Well, that's why there's a lot of singles out there now, because ain't none of these energies is matching. We talk about, remember how we talk about them demons and how they attach themselves? Nah.
They would suck the life right out of you, drain you. Yes. Yep. So that's why number 6 is important. It talks about faith and growth and how couples that practice faith together, I think it helps them not to be stuck. You have somebody that prays for you. Y'all praying together. Y'all worshiping together. It could look kind of sexy when you have a man that's able to lay hands on you and pray for you. Like, you see him studying his word. You like, oh, go baby, he's studying. Like that could look kind of sexy. Like it takes a special kind of man to do that. So I think if you have somebody that's of the same faith, then use that. Y'all can have Bible study together.
Michelle, these kids ain't out here having Bible study.
They should.
For her man, like, ooh, he looks sexy reading that Bible. She like hurry up, roll that blunt.
Oh my
so I
God.
could get my drink and we can get lit.
Oh my goodness.
They don't even know what night is Bible study.
That's it. So, Result, if you, as we wrap up, I guess this maybe, if you could give couples maybe one practical step about how to get their relationship out of a rut to revival, what would that be?
Honestly, you kind of said it before. I would take a vacation. Get away from everything. You take a vacation, you got new things around you, whole new atmosphere where there you're more in a relaxed state. You're not in the house where the stress is just pounding on you, beating you down. So I would take a vacation, and it seems like couples are much happier when they're vacating, unless they're bringing them problems from home on with them with vacation. But the majority of them, they get through vacation and it becomes a pleasant thing, and they want that same feeling. So when you get home, you left those problems now on vacation, and vacation is a good thing. And now you're back in the house, and you're like, wow, I really enjoyed myself. And now we can have an open conversation about things because you know this person was so relaxed and they're laid back. They wasn't that type of person.
I agree with that. They say if you want to get to know someone, take them on a vacation. And you will get to learn a lot of stuff about them. What are your words of wisdom, Razal?
Oh man, I had it. I almost forgot it.
Come on, Biz.
I had a quick mistake. Oh, I know it was. Wait a minute. You can't keep running. Wait a minute. No, you can't blame. You can't keep blaming the relationship if it's on fire if you're the one who keep fanning the flames.
I like that. So I will leave you. Yeah, I like that. My words of wisdom are: a rut is not the end of love. It's an invitation to grow, reset, and choose each other again and again. You guys join me next Monday right here on Intellectual Radio. As always, thank you for tuning in to Warriors Talk with author and founder Lady Rochelle. Co-hosting with me today is Rosal Gilmore, aka The Biz, and Warriors Talk is changing lives one warrior at a time.
Thank you for listening to this week's edition of Warriors Talk with Lady Rochelle. To find out more about Warriors Talk, follow at Warriors Talk, the number 1, on all social media outlets, and Warriors Talk with Lady Rochelle on YouTube. Please join us next week and every Monday evening at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on IntellectualRadio.com for Warriors Talk with Lady Rochelle, where we encourage, educate, and empower you into action.